Alright lads, and welcome to episode 2 of my Rangers career mode on FIFA 18, and we are going into our first game at home to Kilmarnock. So this is my starting 11, 4-2-3-1. We have Morelos, Alexic, I think that's how you say it. Then we've got Dorrans, Jack, Candeas, Tav, Alves, Cardoso, Fodringham in nets. Left back is Lee Wallace, and on the left wing we do have Silva making his debut. I did decide to play him instead of Windass because I thought he had a bit more pace, so a winger with pace is usually ideal. As you can see, Candeas with his pace goes into the box, but the keeper makes a really good save there, just gets a fingertip onto that. As Kilmarnock on the ball with Kelty, but Tav gets the ball off him and gives it to Alexic. He then goes forward and has a shot, but the keeper once again makes a really good save, and Kilmarnock end up clearing the ball. Alexic now on the ball, gives it to Silva. Silva has it, he's looking for an option, but he gives it back to Dorrans. Dorrans gives it into Morelos, he gives it into Alexic, he gives it to Candeas first time, and he puts that one wide. That was brilliant football, but unfortunately Candeas could not provide the finish that we were looking for. So still 0-0, and we're definitely the better team, creating the better chances. Kilmarnock haven't really been up the park yet, but Chris Boyd now in the ball gives it to Kelty, he gives it to McKenzie, one of our transfer targets, he gives it through to Burke, and he goes on to smash it into the back of the net and put Kilmarnock 1-0 up. Probably one of the worst starts to this career mode we could probably have, going 1-0 down at home to Kilmarnock in the league. But still 60 minutes left in the game. We need to really get back and keep creating good chances, because you can see from this, Lee Wallace is sleeping, not following his man, and Chris Burke got in behind and put that one by Fodringham and goal. But Tav on the ball now, gives it back to Candeas. Candeas gives it into Alexic, he turns and gives it to Dorrans, Dorrans gives it to Silva, Silva then turns his man, goes into the box and squares it to Morelos, who's there for an open net, and one each. The brilliant response, the best response that we could have asked for, one each. Brilliant from Silva, and an easy tap in from Morelos. A poacher's goal, and Morelos is a poacher, as we've seen in real life. He's got a few good goals like that, and hoping to get some good goals like that. Not good goals, but goals like that in this career mode, as you can see. Simple for Morelos, well played by Silva. And right before half time, Chris Boyd with a free kick, he swings it in. Don't know why Chris Boyd's swinging in a free kick, you'd probably want him in the box to header it. But that is half time, and we go into the break 0-0, as Ryan Jack on the wing now, he gets the ball and gives it to Alexic. He takes a touch by his man into the box, but the keeper makes a decent save. Alexic probably should have scored that one, but he never, and it remains one each, as Dicker on the ball for Kilmarnock plays it up to Kelty. He gets outstrengthed by Tav, who I really do rate highly in real life. Maybe not defensively, but I mean, I actually think he's alright defensively. People slag him off constantly, but I do like him. But anyway, on to this. Morelos on the ball, gives it to Alexic. He's not really got anyone closing him down, so he goes into the box and has a shot. Keeper saves it, and it was going out for a corner, but Candeas keeps it alive, swings it in with his left foot. Morelos is there and headers it by the keeper and puts Rangers 2-1 up. Jumps right in front of the Kilmarnock fans. I'm sure if he'd done that in real life, he would get a yellow card and possibly attacked by a Kilmarnock fan. I'm not specifying Kilmarnock fans, but like any Scottish fan, any football fan really would probably get really mad if the opposing team celebrated right in front of you, trying to rub it in the face of you. But Morelos there with a good header. I don't know what I talk about sometimes, I'm just kind of sidetracked. But anyway, Morelos got his second goal of the game. Well done by Candeas for keeping it alive. Talking of Candeas, he comes into the box, has a shot, and he hits the post. Like, he had a good chance in the first half, and a good chance there. You can tell he's obviously not the greatest finisher, but he is a good playmaker, a good sprinter, a good winger. And Lee Wallace, as you can see there, sloppy passing. I didn't really think too highly of Lee Wallace this game, as Ryan Jack has his hands on his head, but he then realised that they won the game. So yeah, Ryan Jack, some commentators actually call him Ross Jack. Like, it's not Ross Jack, it's Ryan Jack. Like, how hard is it? Just because it starts with R doesn't mean it's Ross. Anyway, on to the next game, and I'm pretty much putting out the same starting 11, except I'm putting Declan John in because he had a good game against Partick the other night, so I thought might put him in. And then I do start Windass over Silva, which in hindsight Silva actually played really well in that game against Kilmarnock, so I don't know if that was the right decision. But speaking of Windass, he's on the ball now, running forward, and 28th minute, that was the first half chance, a shot from outside the box that did not trouble the keeper. So as you can tell, there was not a lot happening in this game. As 34th minute, Morelos got shoved off the ball, as Ross County on the attack, Schalke on the ball, goes by Cardoso kinda, has a shot, but Foderingham with a great save, and that goes out for a corner, but nothing came from it. 41st minute, and Ross County clearing it upfield as Cardoso wins a header. It comes to Windass. Windass looking for options in the midfield. He gives it into Dorrans. Dorrans gives it onto left back where Declan John is. Declan John then driving forward, gives it to Morelos, but it's a poor pass. But Declan John then goes in, wins a tackle, and it comes to Ryan Jack. Ryan Jack gives it to Morelos. He then picks out Candace. Candace has a shot. Keeper makes a good save, and Ross County end up clearing that one as well. Ross County now, it was an offside for us, but they just punt it forward, and that will be half time. So not the most exciting of halves, because that is 0-0 and it's half time obviously. But straight from kick-off, Morelos gives it back to Candace. Candace with a wee fake shot there, nothing, no pressure on him, just done a fake shot. But anyway, Dorrans on the ball, gives it to Alexic. He has a man on him, but he turns and gives it to Candace. He gives it to Morelos. Morelos then gives it through to Windass. Windass swings it in, back post to Candace. He headers it in the back of the net, but he is given as offside, and I think that was like so marginal. So yeah, it was just offside. Anyway, Ross County on the attack. Eckhart, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Eckhart on the ball, swings it in. Schalke gets a wee touch onto it, Foderingham then gets a touch onto it, goes onto the post. Declan John was sliding in to try and save that ball, and then it ended up getting cleared, and that was a bit shambolic, but we got away with it in the end, and Foderingham actually made a really good reflex save, as Alexic on the ball has it at the edge of the box, and he hits the bar. That was an absolute bullet, and it bounced on the line and bounced back out. Morelos couldn't get the rebound. As Dorrans on the ball, he loses out in the midfield. It comes to Curran for Ross County. He's looking for options. He turns Cardoso, gives up to Eckhart. He wins the header against John. Then comes to Draper. He has a shot, but it was a bit of an awkward height for him, and he couldn't steer that one on target with any power. Pena now on the ball. He came on for, it was either Dorrans or Jack, I'm not quite sure, but he gives up to Morelos. He then gives up to Candace. Candace on the wing, cuts inside, he gets tackled, but then he tackles his man that tackled him. He gets it back, hits the post, but it hits the post and goes in, and Candace puts us 1-0 up. After I was slagging him a bit for his finishing, he then shows me that he can finish it. He hit the post, that's him hit the post 2 games in a row, even though he scored from this one. But I'm glad he scored that one, because I was actually thinking that this game was going to finish in a stalemate. Just there wasn't a lot happening, and I just didn't think I would get another chance. But we got another chance, Candace took it, and we went 1-0 up. Now in the 89th minute, Ross County trying to create something. They haven't created much all game, but they're trying to get something as we get the interception. It comes to Morelos. He's trying to run down the clock as he gets tackled, and then Ross County give up to Fraser. Fraser then plays it through to Curran. They've got a good opportunity here for Ross County. He goes into the box, crosses it in, but Foderingham dives on that one and collects it, and now Ross County on the ball. They can't do anything with it because that is full time, and we come out 1-0 victors of that game. That's 2 wins out of 2. The best start we can come out with. Well, maybe 5-0 and 5-0, but other than that, 2 wins, you can't complain. And with the monthly scouting update, we got Douglas Stewart in, who looks like a good player, potential 77 to 94, and Ben Anderson, potential 68 to 94. So we're going to train those 2, and the other 2 we can just keep scouting. Their potential wasn't the best, and we've actually done our youth objective already. It wasn't the hardest, just to sign a youth player in the defender position. I didn't even know there was a defender that I was signing. I just saw good potential, and I was like, I'll sign him up right away. Anyway, into this game against Aberdeen, home game against Aberdeen. It's always a tough fixture, and this was probably the toughest out of the 3 that we've had today. Just going into this game, Aberdeen at home, it's going to be tough. So Kenny McLean, the man that was linked with Rangers, gives it through to Stevie May. He gives it back through to Kenny McLean. He has a shot, and I was certain he was onside, but Tav was keeping him onside, and Foderingham came out with a great save there, as Jack on the ball gets tackled by Tansey. He then gives it out to McLean. McLean seems to be involved a lot. Maybe we should have signed him. Anyway, that was a simple save for West Foderingham. I think that was Stewart that had the shot for Aberdeen, as Morelos almost getting the luck of the bounce off of the Aberdeen defenders there. But Aberdeen now in the attack. They came out strong, the strongest out of the 2 teams in the start of this game. But we were tackling them later on, getting a touch of the ball. Took us a while to actually get a feel of the ball. As Candace gets it, cuts inside, has a shot with his left, and he hits the post for the third game in a row. But then Aberdeen defenders have no clue what they were doing. Two defenders, just an absolute muck up, ended up kicking it into the back of their own net. And as I was commentating over it, I actually forgot that happened. That's how I was continuing on of Candace hitting the post 3 times in a row, 3 games in a row. But Candace is celebrating over that. That's definitely going to be an own goal though. Candace cannot claim that, because as you can see, like, what are they doing? They just trip over. Lack of communication, we'll say it's that. But that's not my problem, that's theirs. As Aberdeen now in the attack, looking to get back into the game. Shinnie on the ball, gives it to Tainmont, he gives it to O'Connor, he gives it back into McLean. McLean turning at the edge of the box, gives it into Stevie May, he gives it to, I'm not sure who it was who had the final shot, but he had the shot, and Fodringham made a good save from a tight angle. As Shinnie now on the ball, gives it to Tansey to Tainmont, he has it, he turns back, swings it in, and I don't even know what happened there, but that was a great clearance from Declan John at the back post, because one of the Aberdeen players were lurking right there, and Wes Fodringham actually hit off his chest as Alexic almost got that to Morelos, and that would have been an easy tap in, just like the goal against Kilmarnock. They equalised it, but we couldn't get that. It was a good interception by the Aberdeen defender. As we go into half time, 1-0 up, and straight from kick off again, Tav on the ball, gives it up to Alexic, he gives it into the middle to Dorrans, Dorrans has it, he gives it into Windass, Windass gives it into Morelos, he then picks out Alexic with over the top to the ball, he takes a touch, has a shot, but that one goes just wide of the target, unlucky there. And good pressure by us starting the second half. As Silva on the ball, he gives it back to Dorrans, Dorrans gives it back, up to Alexic, he then gives it up to Herrera, who came on as a sub. He smashes it off the bar. How many times are we going to hit the woodwork this episode? We've hit the bar twice, the woodwork 3 times. Luckily once the woodwork actually went in off the post. But Alexic on the ball does a fake shot, plays it through to Windass. Windass has a shot, but it's straight at the keeper. Pretty comfortable for the keeper, that. But Bruno Alves up there, don't know what he's doing up there. He got an interception. He gives it to Jack, he gives it to Dorrans, he gives it to Kenny Miller, who came on for Windass. He then cuts inside, has a shot, gets boxed, has a shot, another shot, comes to Alexic, he has a shot, and then gets blocked again by the Aberdeen defender. So now Silva in the 90th minute on the ball, looking for an option, not just kind of running down the time, giving it to Jack, he gives it into Alexic, he then turns at the edge of the box, gives it to Miller, Miller has it, crosses it in, where he eventually crosses it in to the back post where Silva is. He headed it, but it went wide, but it doesn't matter because we are winners. We are 1-0 victors of this game. The ref blew the full-time whistle, and that is the perfect start to an SPL season. 3 wins out of 3, and we're training youth players. Ryan Hardy in there as well, along with the 2 youth players we've scouted, because Ryan Hardy is a good young player for Rangers. And talking of young players, it's a pity that Ross and Robbie McCrory aren't in it. Ross McCrory, Daily Boy, played well in the Old Firm. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. As you can see, the league table, Motherwell and Rangers sitting with 3 wins out of 3. Hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.